Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. We are still in League 2 after my complete balls up in the last episode where, in case you forgot, we lost to Amiens in the playoff final. The playoff final that I thought we'd already won in the previous episode. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're still in League 2. It's probably for the best. We're currently looking at the club screen because, trying to not spoil too much, you can see there we're 4th in League 2. We're already on the 27th of August, so we've gone through quite a few games already. Transfer news, there's been quite a lot so far. First of all, a quick rundown of the players that have been released at the end of last season. Eric Taibi, Verlaine Francois, Thibaut Navet, Anthony Udar as a player to leave as well. He was one of the players that I wasn't quite sure whether I wanted him to go. Hakim Kura, another one, not quite sure whether I wanted him to leave either. Yanis Zayari, Mafalsek, Theo Richard, Alex Payne Davion, possibly, Joris Lukoki, Brian Michaud and Paul Perrin have all left the club. A few more players have also left the club on permanent deals. One of them we got some money for, and it's a weird one. Some of these players you're not even going to recognise. Jules Mendy, a 26-year-old French central defender, has signed for FC Dieppe, who are in the same division as us. No, they're not. They're in the league below us. Anyway, he's gone. Never played a first-team game for us. Free transfer, obviously. This one might come as a bit of a shock. Alexis Calant has also left. He has signed for RC Paris on a free transfer. He needed to leave because we have signed ourselves a new right-back. And not only have we signed ourselves a new right-back, he's bloody good as well. So Alexis Calant has unfortunately had to make way. Boubacar Sylla is still here for the moment. He might be leaving, probably not though. A player who, let's face it, wasn't a particularly great financial decision. Marcio, the Brazilian central defender, was signed on a free transfer, and then we realised that we couldn't actually play him because we were only allowed to play a certain amount of foreign players. So he's gone now. He is signed for CSA, who I believe are also a Brazilian side. He's gone on a free transfer. He's actually getting paid more money now that he's gone to Brazil, so he's probably quite happy to do that. And finally, a very strange transfer, like I mentioned. Hilal Kanoute, the Ivorian goalkeeper, has signed for Liverpool for £20,000. I don't know why. They've just decided to buy him. He's gone. He's never actually played a game for us. I don't get it. I just don't understand. We got some money for him. He was our third choice goalkeeper, I think. So, yeah, Hilal is off. Now, some players who have left, but not permanently, or not permanently just yet. Kevin Nzuzi Mata, the Congolese striker. He's still got a year left on his contract. He's gone out on loan to local rivals Bologna for the entire season. I think they're paying most of his wages. So, Kevin, unfortunately, he's done all right for us. 8 goals in 60 games over the course of the save, I believe. Not terrible, but he has finally left the club. Maxime Maurin, the French goalkeeper, has once again gone on loan to Bordeaux. I don't know why they keep loaning him. They keep doing it and they keep paying all of his wages. I'm thinking I probably just need to sell him at some point, and hopefully Bordeaux are the ones hopefully they're just going to turn up and go, you know what, we may as well just buy him. Next up, the first of 2 players to go out on loan to Bourges Peronas. Lucas Toussaint, the central defender, who couldn't really break into the first team last season. He's gone on loan for the season. They're paying all of his wages as well. He is joined at Bourges Peronas by French central defender Maxime Wackers, a player who isn't very good and we want to get rid of, but we can't seem to do it. Bourges Peronas paying £130 a week of his wage, which I think might actually be all of it. And finally, quite a big one to leave on loan as well is Edgaras Utkus, the Lithuanian attacking midfielder. He's gone on loan to Quevly Ruin for the season. They're paying £2,700 a week of his wages. Quevly Ruin are in our league as well. He's already played 4 games, scoring twice, getting a Man of the Match award. He's already doing better for other teams than he ever did for us. Players to join the club then. First up, Dylan Silva. I think we've already mentioned this before in a previous episode, but Silva has returned for another season, hopefully at the end of the year as well. We can possibly sign him on a permanent deal, but yep, he's in. £0 a week of his wages. Key player on loan from Benfica. And a certain Mr. Alan Varel has also returned for another season on loan from Ipswich, now 20 years old. Played 50 games for us. He's returned for another season. We've had him for 3 years now. This is 3rd season with us. Last season, obviously, 15 goals in 37 games. It was a great little season for Alan, but yep, he's back for another season as well. The first of the new faces to join the club then on loan is 22-year-old French advanced forward, Elie Youan on loan from our feeder club Nantes. He's costing us £0 a week. He's only in on a rotation deal as well, but as you can probably see there from the bottom of the screen, already in League 2, 3 starts, 1 off the bench with 3 goals, 2 and 2 in the Coupe de la Ligue. I think Elie Youan is going to be a very good little signing for us. He's got some very, very high numbers there as well. Also joining from Nantes is 21-year-old central defender Baptiste Mendy. 4 games to his name already this season as well. He's been a player that I've had my eye on for the last couple of seasons. Last season he went out on loan to Quevely Rouen. This season we managed to grab him. 3-star current ability. He's got 5-star potential. Probably not going to make too much difference for us because it's unlikely he's going to still be here when he hits that potential. But Baptiste Mendy, another good little loan signing. Also £0 a week, backup contract. So won't be annoyed that he's not playing. And the final player to join, who is essentially going to be a direct replacement for Hebert, who has, unfortunately, he's left the club. Connor Coventry from West Ham United on loan for the season. He's an Irish international. He's not international, he's just Irish. Ireland is still part of the EU, which is why we can get hold of him. If he was from Northern Ireland, we wouldn't be able to get hold of him, or we could, but he counted as a foreign player. But yep, Connor Coventry is in. He also looks like a great player for this level of football. £0 a week as well, so he's not costing us a single penny. The first of 5 permanent transfers, all free transfers because we never spend any money at the moment with Dunkerque. Oliver Demange is a 20-year-old French Enganche. He's an attacker midfielder basically is what he is. 2-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. This was one of those players where my director of football found him and I thought, he looks alright. So we picked him up, I've loan listed him. He's probably not going to play a huge amount of football for us, but he might turn into one of those players that might kind of break into the first team. Physically, he's quite good. Technically, not the best. Mentally, he's not too bad mentally as well. Decision to 15 is quite good. Determination 12, flair of 10, vision 13. He's got some reasonable numbers. Another one of the players that my director of football found, and I've decided to sign him partly because of his name, is Vincent Cheese. Vinny Cheese, the 20-year-old French attacking midfielder, has already gone on loan to Olympique Saint-Quentin. He's a half-decent footballer. He's got some decent mental stats. Physical stats aren't terrible either. Technical needs a little bit of work, but I think he's probably going to do okay. Hopefully he's going to get an entire season under his belt at Olympique Saint-Quentin. Maybe when he'll come back, we might actually see him. But yep, Vinny Cheese, he's in the club. By the way, Olympique Saint-Quentin also paying his entire salary, which is great. Next up is a player who could be kicking Giovanni Chouacha out of his left-back position. A player who's been in the squad for so many years, doing such a good job. But Alexandros Katranis, the Greek left-back who we've signed from St Etienne on a free transfer, only played 2 games for them. Where did he start his career? He starts the game. He does start at St Etienne. He spent obviously a couple of seasons out on loan at various clubs, Mouscron and Bourges Peronas. I think Alexandros is going to be a very good signing for us. He's a natural wing-back. Yes, it's on defend if we change it to attack, which is actually what we do play. He's not perfect at it. He's got 4-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability, loves to get forward whenever possible as well. I think he could be a perfect replacement for Giovanni Chouacha, who, if I'm perfectly honest, probably isn't cutting it now at this level. I do say that after Chouacha got 12 assists and 4 goals last season in 32 games. But yep, Giovanni, he's still very good, but he's only 3-star now. He is wanted by a club as well. Tours wants him. So if Tours come in, make a half-decent bid for him, maybe Giovanni could be out of the door. Permanent signing number 4 of the transfer window. I've done some scouting of Peru, and by scouting, I mean I went to Peru, found players that were generated on youth intake day over the last couple of seasons. I found a certain Mr. Diego Alvarez. He has joined the club permanently. He's a Mazzala. He's not the best Mazzala, but he's already gone out on loan to Lyon Duchère. Hopefully he's going to be getting a lot of football at Lyon Duchère. They are playing in League 2 as well. I think mentally he's got some good stats. Physically, he's an absolute animal. Technically, he's also not awful. Given some first-team football at Lyon Duchère, maybe next season, a certain Diego Alvarez will come back and be a first-team challenger. He also has gone out on loan because we do have quite a few foreigners, and obviously we're not allowed to play a huge amount of foreigners, so I took the opportunity to get rid of him for a season. He's also, because he's still in France, if we have a quick look, he is slowly becoming French. Might take him some time. And finally, my personal signing of the season so far, 18-year-old Russian right-back Alexei Zabara, formerly of Torpedo Moscow, 4-star current ability, 5-star potential. Physically, he's an animal. Mentally, he's an animal. Technically, he's also bloody good as well. Only 18 years old, he's coming on a free transfer. This was one of those players where my scouts just went, hey, we found this guy from Torpedo Moscow. Fine. And he was out of contract at the end of the season, so I could get him on a free. So I went, sure, I'll do that. £2,100 a week. Not a huge amount of money, really, to be spending on someone who's as good as that. I think Alexei Zabara will be a superb signing for us this season. I would like maybe his crossing and dribbling to be a little bit higher, because as an attacking wing-back, they are kind of needed. Concentration would be nice to be higher, but at this level of football, maybe it's not so much of a problem. So that's all the transfer business. It's been an eventful window, I think. We've still got a few more deals on the table. The window is still open for another 3 or 4 days, something like that. So there might still be some more business. Financially, the club's not in a good way, but over the course of the season, we will hopefully make more money than we will spend, which seemed to be the case over last season. It wasn't a huge amount. We were minus 1.88, ended on minus 1.64. So maybe we're going to be minus 1.4 at the end of the season, possibly. Something like that. Doesn't really matter. We're also over our wage budget, which, that's kind of expected. This season, I think, is going to be a little bit of a transitional season, which means I'm not expecting us to do particularly well. We are currently 4th place in the table at the moment after 4 games, but I'm not expecting us to be challenging for playoffs. I'm not expecting us to be potentially getting relegated. I'm expecting mid-table, basically. So this season might be quite a short one in terms of videos coming out. My main goal for this season is to try and turn a profit on the club, try and stay in this league, try and build a squad around a certain few players, Zabara being one of those few players. Like I said, we are currently 4th place in the table. We've played 4 games. Let's show you how they went then, shall we? In the first game of the season, up against Paris FC, we win 2-1 thanks to Adil Azbagou, the left-back, who basically he only played because Chihuahua and the Greek guy, who I can never remember his name, both of them were injured for the first game of the season. So Azbagou played and scores 2. Abdoulaye Sissoko scores a late goal for Paris FC, but it is a 2-1 victory in our first game of the season, and it's a good way to start. Problem is, we then went away to Queville-Rouen and lose this one 3-1. Elie Ewan scores his first ever goal for us, but the 3 goals come from Emmanuel Trudar, Aaron Shibola, and Theo Ndikamatam. Also, you can see there, getting subbed in the 78th minute for Queville-Rouen is Edgars Udkas, who didn't play very well against us this time, but we do unfortunately lose this game. We also had a bit of Coupe de la Ligue action against our rivals. My rivals. They're not our rivals. I just decided that they're our rivals. Concarneau. A 4-2 victory in this one. Giovanni Chihuahua, Elie Ewan with 2 goals, 1 from the penalty spot, and Gideon Waha with the goals for us, all before half-time. Alimami Gori, sure, with a goal just before half-time on 43 and a goal just before full-time on 91 minutes, but it's a nice victory against a team that always seem to beat us. They probably don't anymore though, do they? Back in the league and up against Lyon Duchère, we win this one 2-1. Elie Ewan once again from the penalty spot on 36. Alan Viral gets his first goal of the season on 78, but we were 2-0 down. We were 1-0 down after just 2 minutes. Jackson Mendes with a goal. We rallied, we fought back, we managed to pick up 3 points. The final league game then was up against Gazalek Ajaccio, and it was a 2-1 victory here. Boubacar Silla, the right back, and Elie Ewan with the goals for us. Papasane with the only goal for Ajaccio. It's a nice, comfortable victory. 17 shots, 5 on target. Not a huge amount of possession, but we've done all right there. That wasn't the end of the matches, though. We also had to play Clermont Foot in the Coupe de la Ligue second round, and we win this one 1-0. Jerome Pryor, maybe, the goalkeeper with an own goal. I can't remember who it was who actually had the shot. I think it was Catranis by the looks of it. Catranis getting a 7.8, the fullback, clearly making himself known to try and replace Giovanni Chihuahua. So, you are all caught up with how we are doing so far this season. We are going to go and play a match today. It is going to be up against Nice. We might do the Clermont Foot game as well, depending on how quickly the Nice game goes. We are struggling a little bit with injuries at the moment. Eduardo Luiz and Alexei Zabara are both slightly injured. Zabara might actually play, but Luiz, who is one of those players that I really want to play him. He's played 3 games already, or 2 games I think technically this season, but he keeps getting injured. Here we go then, the 5th game of the season. It is 3rd place versus 4th. Dunkerque versus Nice. Whoever wins this one could potentially move to the top of the table, assuming results go our way, which it's unlikely they will. Plus, it's really early on in the season, so it doesn't really matter what happens here, does it? The starting lineup then that we are going to go for is annoyingly very similar to last season. There's actually very few new players in the squad. Dylan Silva will be the goalkeeper. Boubacar Sylla will be the right back because our usual right back, Alexis Zabara, currently out injured. Batista Mendy and Rodrigue Ella will be the 2 central defenders with Giovanni Chouacha as the left back. Our usual left back, where is he? He's there. I was looking for his full name. Catranis is currently a little bit tired, so he's not going to be playing today. Baboy Traore will be the defence midfielder. Last season he didn't feature a huge amount. This season he's probably going to be playing a lot more football than he did last year. Connor Coventry will be the Carrilero. The box-to-box midfielder will be Gideon Waha, who is actually quite tired. Why am I playing you? Sambu Sissoko can be that box-to-box midfielder. Wallace is going to be just behind the strikers of Eli Yuan and Alan Viral. So new players in the squad: Batista Mendy, Connor Coventry and Eli Yuan. That is it. Just 3, all of them on loan. It has been a long time since I managed to record a Dunkirk episode. You might be able to tell from my voice that I'm suffering a little bit from a cold. So, if I balls up people's names, I apologise. Nice look like a very, very good side. I think we've played them before, haven't we? Danilo is stupid. He's actually stupid. Okay, right, we're probably not going to win this one. I realised I haven't actually shown you the season preview, which is something that I wanted to do. I think we're kind of expected somewhere in the middle of the league table, probably about 8th or 9th, maybe. So I think they think we're okay. Navarro with a throw for Nice, deep in their own half. Manu with the ball, runs forward. Slide tackle, doesn't manage to get the ball. Lan plays it all the way back to Cyprian, across. Nilsson now the left back. Runs forward, bits of space to go into. Sylla can smash it clear on Alan Viral. The Ipswich loanee controls it wonderfully. Should have put it into the bottom corner, but we do win a corner ourselves. 7 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Connor Coventry, the Irishman, takes the corner. It's not the best corner in the world, and the ball is cleared. 25 minutes in, and nothing has really happened since that early highlight. I'm hoping nothing really happens much at all in this game. Connor Coventry with another corner. Hopefully this is better than the last one. It's not really. Sissoko gets tackled. The ball has been smashed upfield by Nice. Boubacar Sylla gets the ball though. Runs forward, plays it across to Rodrigue Ella. Ella forward to Sissoko. Across, Giovanni Chouacha keeps the ball in play. Runs down the left. Is he going to whip it in? He's tried, but it's hit a player. Manu now for Nice can try and clear it upfield. Instead, he's played it all the way across. St. Maximin gets tackled by Connor Coventry. Wallace, Traore, Coventry again with a few touches of the ball. Viral is in the area. I think he might have been offside. Yes, he was offside. It was a great save from the keeper as well. The game did just liven up for a little bit and then has decided to stop. So it's going to be at half-time. It's going to be 0-0. 3 yellow cards now for us. That's a little bit of a worry. 1 shot on target each. This is going to be a 1-0 win for Nice, isn't it? We're doing no changes at half-time, although Alan Viral's on a 6.4. I assume he's missed a couple of sitters, which is why he's already dropped down to a 6.4. He also got booked after just 2 minutes. Right, we're barely 10 minutes in. Viral is coming off. Andy Faustin is going to come on. I probably should be playing Faustin anyway, because obviously last season Andy Faustin was a beast in front of the goal. So maybe playing Viral there, not the best plan. Chouacha with the corner. Rodrigue Ella has hit the bar. Wallace can't get there. Manu now with the ball for Nice on the halfway line. And Mendy steals the ball. Final 20 minutes. I'm thinking we probably need to do a sub. But at the current rate, a 0-0 draw is not terrible. Yassin Fekir is going to come on for Wallace. Connor Coventry is going to come off for Gideon Waha. So we're going to get that Sambu Sissoko and Waha combination in the middle, which I think was one of the main reasons we did so well last season. Into the final 10, not a huge amount has happened this half. It's going to be a goal for Nice, isn't it? Clinton and G goes for goal. It's taken 15 deflections. Clinton and G's bloody scored. We're going to lose 1-0 to Nice. And I told you at half-time it was going to be 1-0 to Nice, didn't I? We've been all over them. They've not had a single shot, really. And then until this happens, pinball in the area. Clinton and G, lovely finish from the, I want to say, former Tottenham player? Current Tottenham player? Has he ever played for Tottenham? I don't think he has. We've got 2 minutes, and 5 seconds to play. Can we steal an equaliser, or is it going to be 2-0? Gennaro to Cyprian. Navarro on the right-hand side. He's going to run forward. Diaby keeps going forward, goes for goal, hits the bar, and Dylan Silva thankfully claims the ball in his hands. Shuacha with a throw. We're into injury time, but there's plenty of time spare. Waha with the ball. Fekir goes for goal, and he's put it in the bottom corner. Yassin Fekir, a player who can't seem to do anything right, has scored a great equaliser in the 91st minute against Nice. I'm hoping it just stays 1-1 now. We'll pick up a point. We're going to start the season 5 games undefeated so far. What a finish that is from Yassin Fekir. 94 minutes are up. Traore's going to get the ball clear. Cyprian with the ball. I don't know how much extra injury time is going to be played because of the goal. It doesn't matter. The whistle goes anyway. It is a 1-1 draw, and that feels like a victory. 2 shots on target. 2 out of 15. 2 shots out of 15 on target. Really? If we got like 4 or 5 of them on target, we would have won that game. So that draw does keep us in contention for automatic promotion, but like I said, we're 5 games in. It doesn't really matter at this point in time. 10 points after 5 games. The season preview, where does... 17th. Yeah, see, I said that we were about here. We're not. We're definitely not. We're 17th. 150 to 1 to win the league. A team that finished, 6th last season? A 150 to 1 to win the league. Really? I feel like we should be like 30 to 1 maybe. Like, I know we definitely shouldn't be up here, but down here seems a bit unfair. We've now got 15 days to wait until the Clermont Foot game. In between then, the transfer window will be closing. There are going to be some transfers happening, I'm almost certain of it. Mostly on freeze, and by mostly I mean all of them on freeze. We might see a Giovanni Chuacha leave as well, so what we're going to do is we're going to go forward, and we're going to stick with it until the transfer window shuts. First piece of news, and it's not a piece of news I was expecting. Alan Varel is out for 5 to 6 weeks after injuring himself in training. Probably for the best, because it now means we can try that Faustin and Yuan partnership and see how well that works. It's a true deadline day because a lot of stuff has just taken place. It's 9:30 in the morning. Bryce Hosanna, the English right back, has gone out on loan to Burton Albion. I think he's gone there for the season. They're not paying his full wages, but they're paying enough of him to kind of to get him off of the wage bill a little bit. We have signed a lot of new people though. First up is a Madagascan left midfielder, Bafana Dimitri, 18 years old, 3 caps, 1 goal to his name already. He's a winger, and you're thinking, but you don't play wingers, and you'd be right, so we're going to need to retrain him. 2-star, 1.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. I think we might be able to moneyball this guy a little bit. Basically, that's my plan, is just make him better at football, sell him on with a huge percentage. That's kind of my plan. Getting paid a lot of money, but because of the stupid rules in France, he has to get paid a lot of money. Another player who will be joining the club, who isn't joining just yet, is Adama Dejardjede. Maybe. He is signing from AFAD Jekanu, a team who, if you've ever played this before, they're always a good team to go and have a look at because they've got some real gems in there. Signing on a free transfer, getting paid a stupid amount of money as well, but he's not going to join until the 1st of January this season, so basically he'll be 18 by the time he joins. Next up is a little bit of a diamond in the rough, I believe. Simon Bogle, the German midfielder. Natural Mazzala-ish, kind of. He will be by the time we're done with him. Actually, no, he'll probably be a box-to-box midfielder. Anyway, he's signed free transfer, 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential ability, but I really like the look of him. Physically superb, mentally superb, technically got some real good technical skills there as well. Can't finish, maybe he needs to improve on that, but Simon Bogle I think is going to be very, very good for us, and he's got a big contract, 4-year deal. He is definitely a player who's either going to be staying with us long term or we're shifting him on for a lot of money with a nice big percentage fee behind it. Another player with a lot of potential behind them is Northern Irish central defender Paul Montgomery. He was sat in the Northern Ireland under-19 squad. He didn't have a club. He's just been released from Wolves. I looked at him, clicked and went, yeah, he looks pretty good. Mentally, he looks real good. 18 bravery, 14 determination, 13 positioning, 14 teamwork. Physically, fast as you'll ever find in a centre-back, I think. Probably at this level anyway. I think that's going to be very useful at this level of football. He's 18 years old, got plenty of time to develop. 2-star current ability, 5-star potential ability. I'm not sure whether he counts as a foreign player though, because Northern Ireland might have left the EU. I'm not sure on that one. And finally, another player who I honestly have no idea how I've managed to bring this quality of footballer to our level of football. An 18-year-old Georgian under-21 international, doesn't have any full caps just yet. Free transfer, he was released from his club, Shishkanvili possibly. But look at those abilities there. 15 finishing, 15 anticipation, 15 flair. His physical stats are great as well. 14 agility, natural fitness and pace as well. 4.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential ability. I can't say his name though. Konstantin Mushiashvili. I don't know. I'm going to have to try that one a few times. But yeah, Konstantin is in. Much like Montgomery, I don't know whether Georgia is part of the EU though. So this could be a problem. So we need maximum of 2 non-EU players in our team. What counts as EU? Georgia. Perfect. Georgia is part of their stupid French rule. So they're not technically EU, but they do count. Right, what about the European Union? Is Northern Ireland in the European Union, or have they left? I think they've left. Balls. Okay, so the old Montgomery guy, who I think is probably going to be in the first team. You can see here, I've got a lot of different nationalities now. He's not in the first team, he's going to be in the reserves. Where is he? Where are we looking? He's down there. Paul Montgomery, you, unfortunately, are going to be non-EU, which means we might need to try and look at loaning you out. The transfer window is still open, so we might be able to do this. If we can loan him out, and hopefully someone will pay his entire wages and play him first team. It's optimistic, but maybe if we can do that, then Paul might get a little bit of development under his belt this season. Well, the transfer window's shut. That was somewhat anticlimactic. I say anticlimactic. We did sign quite a lot of players in that little flurry at the end there. We are well over our wage budget once again, but I think we've got some players here, particularly like a Dimitri here. I probably should have tried to loan him out, if I'm honest. Someone like a Dimitri, he's a type of player that we could possibly... Maybe we could retrain him into that advanced playmaker role. Maybe that's exactly what we do. Advanced playmaker on attack. Let's take a quick look here. Can't pass. Composure's not great. Off the ball vision's not perfect either. Anticipating. He's not good at that, but he might improve over time. Maybe. Simon Bogle is one of the players that I've got high hopes for. I think he's going to be very, very good for us. As a box-to-box midfielder, which is probably what we're going to play him as, he does need to get better at the older finishing side of things because he's not great at it, but he is only 18 years old. Never actually played a game so far, so let's get him training on that. There we go, box-to-box midfielder on support for you. Paul Montgomery, fairly obvious for you. You're going to be a central defender on defend. But, again, looking at his stats, he's not perfect at it. Can't header. Maybe that's a worry. Can't mark. Technically, Paul Montgomery's not great. But for this level of football, he might be okay. And Konstantin Mushiashvili, I think that's going to be his name, isn't it? Mushiashvili. I think he is going to set this league on fire. I genuinely have no idea how a player of this quality is willing to join us. He's going to be training up as that poacher because he's already most of the way there. If he could just get his first touch better, he'll be very good. I'm saying first touch heading technique. He'll be very, very good. The final thing we're going to do before we end this episode is we are going to reset the colours because in the first season I changed all these numbers to be slightly different. So we're going to change that back and we're going to see how good Konstantin looks after we've put them back to the defaults. He still looks quite good, doesn't he? I'm quite happy with that. There's still a lot of greens there in his name. Obviously all the 10s have now gone to whites, but everything else is still up there in the greens. I'm liking it. What has happened to this screen? So, I've done a stupid. I've done a very big stupid. I've reset to default, which has changed all of my screens for some reason. Anyway, it now looks like this whenever we go to the home screen. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back hopefully tomorrow with the next episode. I don't even know where it's going to be. It will be quite a distance down the road, maybe 15 games into the season possibly. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.